you for joining us for another edition of the Optimize Weekly Market Recap. I'm Matthew McGraw, and as always, we'll be looking at the events that moved the markets over the past week and what we'll be watching for as the week gets underway. The S&P 500 and the Dow led North American markets last week, with the S&P gaining nearly 40 basis points to enter bull market territory. Meanwhile, the Dow followed closely, adding just over 30 basis points, and the Nasdaq just over 10 basis points. Although in Canada, the TSX finished the week down just over 60 basis points, consumer discretionary and utilities led the way last week, while technology and consumer staples were by far the weakest performing sectors. In terms of the big market events from this past week, first, the Bank of Canada raised interest rates by 25 basis points to 4.75. The move was driven by a higher April inflation print, along with the employment gains for the month. On Thursday, weekly jobless claims came in at 261,000, up higher than the 235,000 expected. It's a promising sign, however, that the Federal Reserve policy is hitting the mark and having its desired effect. Lastly, the U.S. trade deficit grew by just over 20% in April on the backs of higher imports for goods, which is a strong indicator that consumer demand isn't waning. Looking ahead this week, American inflation numbers are due on Tuesday, with producer prices to follow on Wednesday, which will lead us into the highly anticipated Fed meeting, where an interest rate decision will be announced in the afternoon. Thursday, we'll get a really good look at the health of the Canadian housing market, as May's existing home sales and housing starts will be released. And lastly, Oracle, Adobe, and Kroger will be among the companies reporting key earnings this week. Overall, however, it's been a smooth week in the markets, with all eyes on the Federal Reserve's announcement later in the week. In the meantime, enjoy your week and see you soon.